Hey guys, this is Ashleigh, personal trainer and weight loss coach. Today I want to talk to you about my top 3 tips for weight loss success. So where did I get these tips? Basically I was looking at where my clients have been seeing progress over the past few weeks. Right now we're just kind of on a hot streak where pretty much all my clients are breaking through plateaus, losing weight, and I was like, whoa, what are the common denominators, the things that everyone's pretty much doing that's really contributing to this success? Because I want to know for me so I can keep replicating this, but also to share it with you guys so that anybody out there, you're trying to break through a plateau, you're trying to keep your weight loss going, we can really identify what it is that's going to really help make a difference and help you to change things. So if you haven't already, make sure you like this video guys and subscribe. Go ahead and click that little thumbs up button, and it definitely helps the channel to grow, and we want to help as many people as possible with their weight loss goals. So I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips. Tip number 1, track your calories, both what you're taking in and what you're burning. Now, why do I want you to track both? It's definitely important, as always, to try and track what you're eating, be it in a food journal or actually tracking it, the macros and calories and all those fine details. Either way, that's really going to be helpful to you. But we also want to track what you're burning so we can get a really good picture of what's going on. We can see, okay, every day you're eating 1,500 calories. Every day your workouts, maybe you're burning 300 calories, or some days 500 calories or 600 calories. And we can begin to see trends about how these changes are affecting your weight. But if we're not doing the tracking and we're just on a diet and we're eating good and we're staying active, it's harder to really see what's working and what's not. Whereas if we're tracking things, then we can begin to see a pattern. We can say, oh, okay, well, last week when you were doing these things and you were working out like this, you lost 2 pounds. This week you changed it up, you did this and that, and we only lost a half a pound, or we went backwards. And you can begin to really see what's going on. But if you're not tracking it, you're not keeping track of both what you take in and what you're doing to burn calories and how many calories you're burning, then we don't have the data to really work with to make the correct changes. So I would highly suggest my first tip, track the calories that you eat, track what you're burning. That way we can begin to see patterns and make the correct changes. Tip number 2, we want to exercise 5 days a week. Now, that might sound crazy to you if you're just starting out, but hear me out. I said that I've been tracking what my clients are doing, staying in close contact with them, seeing how we're doing with our weight loss, and everyone's losing weight, doing really good. And something I've noticed is that pretty much all of them are working out about 5 days a week. Now, some of them are doing intense workout 5 days a week, where it's like cycling, the workouts I give them, going for a run, like they're hitting it high level 5 days a week. Some of them are doing like 3 intense workouts and then 2 moderate workouts, where they might be doing yoga or going for a walk, almost like an active rest on the other 2 days. They are also losing weight, but they are losing a little bit slower than the people that are doing a more intense 5-day-a-week workout. So this is a trend that I'm seeing. I know for myself personally, I tend to work out about 5 days a week. It's supposed to be 5 intense days, but sometimes the energy is there, and sometimes it's not, if I'm being honest. If I can do 5 intense workouts every week, I know that my weight will either maintain or I'll lose. It tends to help me personally stay on track. And again, because I am tracking my calories, then I can see if I'm on track correctly, if I need to change things. But really doing at least 5 workouts a week will really push you to break through. If you're having a plateau, if you're going backwards with your weight and you're gaining instead of losing, you may be able to correct that problem by increasing your workouts from 2 workouts a week or 3 workouts a week up to 5. And if you're not ready to do 5 intense workouts a week, I would say start with 2 or 3. And then those other days, do more like an active rest. When you've done that, then build up from that. Don't just stay there. Do a moderate workout. Something where maybe you get a light sweat, your heart's kind of pumping, but you're not like exhausted. But your intense workouts, you're exhausted afterwards. And then from there, maybe 2 months down the road, you can build up to 5 intense workouts where you're dripping sweat, your heart's pumping, you're exhausted afterwards. And this will definitely help you to burn more calories. As we've always said, weight loss is really about creating that calorie deficit, making sure that you are losing weight by creating the calorie deficit, that you are burning more calories than you are consuming, and that's where we're going to lose the weight. So make sure you're putting in the effort to burn the calories. Tip number 3. You have to stay consistent. The changes I'm seeing with my clients weren't 2-day changes. They weren't the first week changes. But after 2, 3, 4 weeks, then we can really see, okay, yes, this is working. The workouts 5 days a week is working. Tracking what we're eating is working. Making changes is working. These things are working together and helping us to lose the weight. But you have to stay consistent in order to really be able to see the pattern, look at the data and say, okay, when I was walking 5 days a week, I was losing 1 pound a week. Now that I'm jogging 2 days and doing 3 days of, maybe a HIIT workout, I've lost 1.5 pounds. So this is working out for me. Or being able to do those kinds of assessments. But the only way you can do that is to give yourself enough time to be able to really compare and contrast and see what's going on. Staying consistent is really where you're going to be able to see the progress. If you are doing good for 2 days, you're going to the gym and you're dieting, and then maybe you started on Wednesday, but now it's like Saturday or Friday, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a burger, I'm gonna take it easy, go on my rest day, and you're just not building up enough momentum. If you don't build up the momentum, it's really hard to see the changes. So give yourself time to really stay consistent, commit to it for weeks, not, just 1 week and, oh no, this didn't work for me, I didn't lose any weight, or I barely lost anything, it's not worth it. Give yourself probably about 3 weeks to really see a difference, especially if you're someone that struggles with weight loss. Prepare to give yourself 3 to 4 weeks to see a difference, even when you're doing all the right things. Don't expect it to be a magical miracle cure. For some people that lose weight a little bit easier, yeah, they can do the right things for 1 week and they may see it show up on the scale like that. For some other people, it may take a little more time. It may be the second week they see something, or the third week, or they may only see a half a pound of difference at first. Stick with it. I would say commit to making the right choices, doing these 3 steps at least, being consistent with tracking your intake and what you're burning, consistent with trying to work out or exercise 5 times a week, and do that for 3 to 4 weeks, and then you'll really start to see the changes and start to see how it builds a momentum, and you'll really start to break through any plateaus you're having, see your weight actually start to decrease. So I'm going to give you one bonus tip that's kind of been mentioned a little bit throughout the video. I'm going to give you one bonus tip. So my bonus tip for this video is that you should constantly reevaluate. What do I mean by that? I mean that every few days probably you need to look at your log and see what's going on with what you're tracking, with your calories you're burning. Think about your exercise routine. How has it changed? Really be keeping your eyes focused on it and be constantly making changes. I would say, and when I say constantly, I don't mean daily unless it's bad. Like, if you had fried chicken one day, then yes, tomorrow don't have fried chicken, obviously. But for the most part, your regular eating habits are pretty good, you're working out pretty good, then I would say about every 3-4 days, kind of look over it, see what weak spots you might have. Are your workouts that are supposed to be intense actually intense? You might be logging like, oh yeah, I ran 4 miles or I ran 2 miles today, but it's like, well, did you really run them or did you walk them? Like, let's be honest. So take some time to really constantly go back, look at it, reevaluate, hold yourself accountable, because that's really going to help you to make the correct adjustments as you go. So that way, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you go for a 1 mile run and you log it in your tracking app and you say, okay, went for a 1 mile run. The first day I finished my run in 12 minutes. The next day I finished my run in 15 minutes. The other day I finished in 20 minutes. What that's showing is that basically, the first day you were really jogging, putting in some effort, and it slowly went downhill to where Wednesday sounds like you probably walked that whole entire mile, but you logged it as a run. So you want to be watching those things so that the 4th day you can say, oh, okay, I see I'm falling off. These are supposed to be my intense workouts and they weren't. I'm going to log them as my moderate and step it up for the next couple days and really make sure I'm going intense. doing this constant reevaluation is really going to help you to see the results and to stay on track for your weight loss goals. So I hope this really helps, guys. I hope you guys have learned something today. I hope that this has been very helpful for you. And these are our top 3 tips for weight loss success. I really hope you guys check out the next videos that I upload on next Tuesday and Friday, like I always do. If you haven't already, click that like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And as always, thank you for watching.